Welcome to the Trade Report Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Monday night results from the take it back, SmackDown, and spoilers for next week's Raw as they're doing the Christmas taping for everything. Okay, at Tuesday's SmackDown Super Show, Ryback told CM Punk he wants his guaranteed WWE title match against Punk at the first Raw 2013, which takes place Monday, January 7th. A WWE Raw taping that took place immediately after SmackDown, airing Monday night, Christmas Eve. It was announced that the match will be a tables, ladders, and chairs match. This will be the match that was originally scheduled to take place at this past weekend's TLC pay-per-view match before Punk underwent his recent knee surgery. WWE Super SmackDown special is actually airing on delay from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The taping about 45 minutes prior to the show going on air on live. WWE will also be taping the Christmas Eve edition of Raw after they complete the SmackDown show tonight. Alex Riley defeated Michael McGuilicutty in a dark match. Thanks to .net readers, posters, Brandon L. and Derek Hayes for the results. SmackDown on USA Network. A recap aired with Michael Coleslaw, JBL, and Josh Matthews, who was on commentary. The Miz stood in the ring and introduced Miz TV. He told a joke about how his guest did more damage than Lindsay Lohan in a moving vehicle. The joke bombed. The Miz introduced Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee, who came out with Big E Langston, the guy who attacked John Cena on Monday Night Raw. Ziggler and AJ kissed as they walked to the ring, and Langston walked a step behind him. Footage aired from Raw where Langston was roughing up John Cena. Miz asked AJ to address why she did what she did to Cena. She said she should ask Cena why he toyed with her heart. AJ said she lost her job as the Raw general manager because she wanted to keep his good name clean. She aired footage of the big screen of Cena kissing her. She said it won a Slammy Award. She said he was just playing games with her heart. Footage aired of Cena talking about the weird ribbons that Vicky Guerrero claimed to find in AJ's locker room. AJ said she made the bows, and Cena didn't appreciate it because he only cares about himself. AJ set up another video that showed her trying to support Cena by going into the ring with him, only to have Cena ask her to stay backstage while talking to her like she was 7 years old. AJ said Cena wanted to keep her hidden like she was a dirty little secret. AJ said Cena was supposed to be different than Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, but Cena used her, humiliated her, and threw her away like a piece of trash. John Cena broke my heart, as AJ said, and so I helped Dolph Ziggler break John Cena. Miz mocked them by calling them America's sweethearts and questioned whether Ziggler is on the crazy train. Langston stepped up and glared at Miz. AJ said Langston is a friend of hers who doesn't like it when people use that word. Miz told her to skip around the ring a few times while he thinks up an apology. Dolph said AJ isn't crazy, she's passionate. He said she learned that when AJ crushed Cena. It also gave him the hottest kiss in Raw history. Ziggler said he doesn't need a Slammy Award because he kept his Money in the Bank contract. Dolph said he stole the show and Cena's girlfriend. Miz said he hopes Ziggler can satisfy AJ's multiple personalities. Miz mocked all men that AJ has been with and said she's now settling for the sixth member of One Direction. Ziggler then nodded, and Langston stepped up and delivered a double arm clobbering on Miz, and then performed the move that he used on Cena during Raw. AJ looked down at the fallen Miz and said, "Show off." AJ skipped around everyone in the ring, and they cut to the next segment backstage. Teddy Long told Booker T that he had someone Booker should take a look at. Brad Maddox introduced himself. Booker complained to Teddy about Maddox's past antics. Long said that Maddox had a great social media following and asked if Booker has seen his YouTube show. I ain't even seen his show, so I don't think anybody else has. Teddy also asked if Booker is afraid of controversy, and Teddy said Booker also knows better than anyone that a man deserves a second chance and lobbied for him to get another shot. Booker gave in and said Maddox would find out who his opponent is once he gets to the ring. A good explanation from AJ, and I like Langston being the muscle of this trio. It's a good role for him, and it enhances the overall act. I'm ready for AJ to drop the annoying skipping routine. It feels played out. I'm not sure what to make of Long's antics, but I wonder whether he'll find out later that he and Booker were working together to set up Maddox for another fall. Finally, we get the first matchup. It's Damian Sandow with Cody Rhodes versus Sin Cara with Rey Mysterio. Mysterio's busy play, but he didn't come out. The announcers noted that they saw Mysterio earlier in the day and questioned that why he didn't come out. The announcers raved about Cody returning from his injury in only 25 days. Sin Cara set up for a springboard move, but Cody tripped him from the outside. JBL was fun on commentary while talking about famous mustaches. He did the right thing by including the name Ron Burgundy. Late in the match, Sin Cara performed a suicide dive onto Sandow and Rhodes at ringside. The Shield entered the arena from the concourse area. They ran to ringside. Roman Reigns pulled out Mysterio's mask and tossed it into the ring. Sin Cara picked up the mask, and Sandow took advantage of the distraction by performing his finisher for the win. The match officially took 6 minutes 15 seconds. After the match, Sandow and Rhodes split. The Shield entered the ring and attacked Sin Cara. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns held Sin Cara's legs apart. Seth Rollins went to the top rope and came down knee first onto Sin Cara's knee. Trainers entered the ring to check on Sin Cara. My daughter's trying to get a sneak peek in. A good attack with a fresh move from the Shield. Didn't like Cole's call of it. And my daughter comes in wanting to play. I'm doing a video, baby girl. He acknowledged Sin Cara's prior knee surgery, yet he also seemed nonchalant about the potential damage of the move. As Sin Cara was writhing in pain, JBL mentioned that the Shield live by a code. It will be interesting to see what logic they come up with to defend their attack on Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio. An ad aired for the Tribute to the Troops, match number 2. Santino Marella versus Tensai, footage aired of their comedy segment from Raw. During the Slammies, Santino pinned Tensai at 4 minutes 20 seconds. Santino body slammed Tensai at one point. Tensai went on a roll, but Santino came back with a Cobra for the win. The announcer played up to Tensai's losing ways, and it was hard to tell whether they are setting up some type of redemption if he's going to be a long-term loser. Cole announced that they received word from backstage that Sin Cara had suffered serious knee damage when the Shield attacked him. Footage aired from Raw of the return of Ric Flair and his various segments. Backstage, Kofi Kingston congratulated Kane and Daniel Bryan for something up to the Shield and said it was about time someone did. Kane said it would be helpful if he grew eyes in the back of his head, since everyone knows the Shield is there. Kingston asked them to let him get his hands on Wade Barrett when they teamed. Daniel Bryan was pissed because he didn't win a Slammy. So match number 3, Kane, Daniel Bryan, and Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett and Primetime Players. Kingston got his time in the ring with Barrett, but then ended up doing the long sell for the team as the heels worked him over. Colesaw noted that Mysterio had suffered a severe neck injury at the hands of the Shield. At one point during the match, they cut away from the ring to show a shot of an aisle in the lower level of the arena. It looked like a production error, but then Cole asked, "Are they here?" No, but the female usher at the top of the aisle was. In the end, Kane chokeslammed Daniel Young and pinned him. Announcers noted that Kane didn't celebrate long because he was keeping an eye out for the Shield. So they defeated the Primetime Players. Kingston's character is so happy-go-lucky, he doesn't mind teaming with the guys who took the tag titles from him and R-Truth. The aisle shot was sloppy since they shouldn't know which aisle they'd be coming from. An ad aired for WWE Online merchandise sale. After airing their own commercial, they went to the ringside where Josh Matthews boasted about being commercial-free. They aired footage of Big E Langston's debut from Raw. Backstage, Sheamus was telling a story to John Cena, who said he didn't get it. Cena told him that Big E Langston might be the strongest person in WWE. Sheamus said it sounds like his kind of fight. Sheamus asked Cena what happened between him and AJ. Cena didn't want to say, but Sheamus said no one was around. Cena whispered to Sheamus, who laughed and made surprised and disgusted facial expressions. Are you serious? Sheamus asked. Cena told him he was just kidding. But is that possible? Sheamus asked. And Lillian and Garcia is introducing CM Punk in the next segment and Paul Heyman. Punk was still using the crutches as they headed to the ring for a promo. Punk noted that his title reign is now 394 days. He said 20 years from now, everyone will look back at him as the greatest superstar of all time. Yet the fans couldn't put aside their ignorance or bias and vote for him as WWE Superstar of the Year. Punk said that the fans turned a very prestigious award show in a sham by voting for Cena. Funny, he said the fans who voted for fans are the types of people who have their kids play t-ball games where they don't keep score so the kids don't find out they are as big of losers as the parents are. Punk said he expects that from the fans, but he expected more from Cena. He said you could tell by the look on Cena's face when he accepted the award that he wasn't the superstar of the year. He said Cena was a hypocrite when he gave the Slammy to Ric Flair. Punk encouraged the fans to cheer Flair and the guys who come back for a paycheck so they can pay alimony and child support. Punk said that the thing that's more impressive than winning the title 16 times is holding the title for 394 days. He said Flair has lost more title fights than he's won, whereas he does not lose anyone, including Cena and the knuckle-jacking Ryback who hurt me in the first place. Punk then said he's in Pittsburgh entertaining the fans despite undergoing surgery. He said the fans need it because those women, the Pittsburgh Penguins, are on strike. Punk said that he will be back next year and no one will beat him for it. Ryback's music played and he came to the ring. Punk held his crutches out as Heyman pleaded by Ryback saying Punk isn't cleared to wrestle. But according to doctors, he will be, Ryback said. Ryback said he has his sights set on the first Raw of the new year to become the new WWE champion. He led the crowd in a Phoebe Moore chant. I thought they might be held off on this match until the second Raw of the 2012, when the 20th anniversary special will air. Plus, the first Raw on January 7 goes head-to-head with the college football championship game. Punk and Heyman left the ring, and Antonio Cesaro headed to the ring for a match with Ryback. Match number 4, Cesaro versus Ryback in a non-title match. Ryback's shoulder blocked Cesaro to ringside to start the match. Cesaro tried to leave again, but 2 minutes in, Ryback went after him. Ryback pressed Cesaro over his head, but Cesaro slipped away and ran Ryback into the ring steps. Cesaro had an offensive run against Ryback and caught him with an uppercut off the second rope for a 2 count. Ryback made his comeback and hit Shell Shock for the win. Ryback pinned Cesaro in a non-title match 5 minutes 5 seconds. Sadly, I assume they only protected Cesaro on Raw so they would have him lose on SmackDown. They worked well together, and Cesaro got a nice run off of offense, but I don't see how this helped him. WWE didn't even help themselves. Why not announce on Raw that a rematch had been set up for the live edition of SmackDown? Another tribute to the troops aired with Miz flying a jet. Supposedly. Backstage, Caitlyn was approached by AJ, and she says AJ makes it hard to be her friend by doing the same thing over and over and over again. AJ acted like she was crying, but when Caitlyn said her name, she looked up at her with a mean face. Caitlyn said she had a title match. AJ asked if she was choosing a title match over her friend. Caitlyn said she was choosing the title match over a lunatic, and they fought. It had to be separated. Match number 5, Eve versus Caitlyn for the WWE Divas Championship. They actually replayed the footage of AJ attacking Caitlyn backstage just in case you missed it 30 seconds beforehand. The announcers noted that Caitlyn pinned Eve in a non-title match on Raw. Eve dominated offense. Caitlyn made her come back. The crowd didn't seem to care. Kate went for the top rope, but Eve grabbed the ref's ankle to shield herself. She ended up tripping the referee who disqualified her. And the DQ happened at 5 minutes 45 seconds in. There was another rematch from Raw that could have been hyped for SmackDown. I don't understand why WWE doesn't do more to encourage the viewers of their flagship show to watch SmackDown. The match overstayed its welcome with the live crowd. WWE fans don't care about the Divas division anyways right now. Backstage, AJ complained to Dolph about her fight with Caitlyn while Langston stood by. Ziggler said she's jealous because AJ is with a future World Heavyweight Champion. Big Show entered the picture and said he will knock out Ziggler if he even gets the slightest inkling that he's setting him up for a Money in the Bank contract cash in. And that aired for the rest of the WWE week. Footage aired from the Raw of Sheamus hitting the show with the giant chair and Ziggler trying to cash in his contract only to have Cena break it up. Brad Maddox came out and spoke as he headed to the ring. He said he's going to win his match and claim his contract. Brodus Clay with Cameron and Naomi. The Funkadactyls versus Brad Maddox. Clay won the match with a splash. After the match, the Shield entered through the crowd and attacked Clay. And the trio hit their triple power bomb and left Clay lying. The match only took 2 minutes 5 seconds for that melee. Another an ad airing for tribute to the troops with Kid Rock. Kid Rock is slowly morphing into Sons of Anarchy creator Kurt Sutter, who plays Otto Delaney on the show. I like the backstage hostility from Big Show towards Ziggler earlier. The show should be threatened by Ziggler in an attempt to carry him out of coming after his title. Care if he comes out for his title. I also like that it was AJ who this time motioned for Langston not to go after the show when he made a quick move toward him. The trio has real potential. Ring entrances for the main event took place. Coleslaw announced that Santa Claus will be hosting the Christmas Eve edition of Raw. Our live coverage of the taping for Monday's Raw is already underway on the main page from the results from ProWrestling.net. Match number 7, John Cena and Sheamus versus Big Show and Dolph Ziggler with AJ and Big E Langston. Sheamus did the selling for his team until he hit a DDT on Big Show. Sheamus made the hot tag to Cena at 10 minutes 5 seconds. Cena hit his usual offense on Ziggler, which received a mixed reaction from the crowd. Cena picked up Ziggler for the attitude adjustment, but Show entered the ring and punched him in the gut. Sheamus attacked Show, and they fought out of the ring. Ziggler hit the zigzag on Cena, yet it was only able to get a 2 count. Ziggler complained to the referee about the count. Cena hit the attitude adjustment before he could go for the win. Langston entered the ring and attacked him for the DQ. Langston hit the same moves on Cena that he did on Raw and on Miz early in the show. AJ skipped around the ring. They stopped and made out with Ziggler, and they were both leaning over Ziggler. AJ went back to her and tried skipping a routine. An ad aired for tribute to the troops. John Cena and Sheamus defeated Big Show and Dolph Ziggler by disqualification 11 minutes 25 seconds. Let's just get it out of the way. WWE fibbed when it came to advertising this as a live, commercial-free show. It was aired on tape delay, and we got the usual assortment of WWE-related commercials. There just weren't any non-WWE commercials. That said, it was a solid 2-hour show with more storyline development than we see on standard editions of SmackDown. This felt like a continuation of Raw. They really should have done more to make it clear going in that it would be a continuation of by simply advertising the matches in advance. But those who saw the show had to be pleased that it was a little more newsworthy than usual. Thanks to Kevin R. Tomic, Derek Hayes, and Brandon L. They were at the Raw tapings, and here's the following spoilers for December 24th. Guest host for Raw was Santa Claus, who was giving out gifts. Alberto Del Rio drove out and ran over Santa. An ambulance showed up to help Santa. Alberto was upset, and there were chants of "You killed Santa." Santa was strapped to a gurney and was stretchered out. Kevin felt that was too close to Jerry the King Lawler heart attack. Santa gave the thumbs up as he was being wheeled out of the arena. Match number 1, Kane defeated Cody Rhodes. Cody exposed the turnbuckle. Kane ended up taking advantage of the exposed turnbuckle and then chokeslammed Rhodes for the win. Crowd seemed tired after sitting through SmackDown already. Caitlyn, Layla, Alicia Fox, and Natalya pinned Eve, Tamina, Oksana, and Rosa Mendez in a Santa's Helper 8 Diva tag match. Caitlyn pinned Eve. Sheamus beat Big Show in a non-title Lumberjack Frost match in 15 minutes 10 seconds. The Lumberjacks were the Usos, Tyson Kidd, Brodus Clay, Jessica Gabriel, 3MB, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, and Tensai. The Lumberjacks were sent to the back to reshoot their entrance wearing Santa hats. Tensai's hat didn't fit, and the other wrestlers were laughing. Sheamus won with a brogue kick. Lumberjacks all fought inside the ring afterwards. David Otunga came out for a promo to speak about Santa and Alberto Del Rio. Otunga told Del Rio that said Del Rio is the victim and Santa is at fault. Zack Ryder comes out and they set up a match. Please, Caitlin. Zack Ryder beat David Otunga in 4 minutes 40 seconds. Ryder won with a Rough Rider. The Miz and Kofi Kingston defeated Wade Barrett and Antonio Cesaro. Miz pinned Barrett following the skull-crushing finale in roughly 7 minutes. John Cena will face Alberto Del Rio in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. Great Khali with Hornswoggle beat Brad Maddox as it was already in progress. Maddox saying Brad Maddox is coming to town instead of Santa Claus is coming to town while walking to the ring. Khali and Hornswoggle were dressed as elves. Damn, Khali can barely walk, as the reporter says. Maddox boxed a drop kick. Khali won with a Punjabi plunge in 3 minutes 25 seconds. Khali butchered a Christmas song. CM Punk and Paul Heyman came out for a promo. Punk insulted Pittsburgh and the Steelers. He spoke about Christmas being ruined because he is unable to compete. He told the fans to blame Ryback for the ruining Christmas. Punk was upset that Ryback is being rewarded a title shot rather than being punished. Punk said he is in a bad mood due to rehabbing his knee. Heyman took the mic and told the fans not to boo Punk since he has been champion for 400 consecutive days. He said Ryback had 2 extraordinary opportunities to wrestle for the WWE Championship and failed both times. Ryback came out and announced that his title match on the first Raw of 2013 will be a TLC match. Ryback chanted TLC instead of Phoebe Moore in the segment. Raw will return to Pittsburgh 3 weeks before WrestleMania 29 with a Raw TV event on March 18th. I'll get you to root beer very shortly after the video. It won't take but 3 or 4 more minutes. Daniel Bryan beat Damien Sandow. Bryan won by submission in 5 minutes 40 seconds. Okay, well sit down, please. And he won with a Borgasm lock. Santana Marella, Brodus Clay, the Usos, Tyson Kidd, and Jessica Gabriel defeated Tensai, 3MB, and the Primetime Players. One of the Usos pinned Heath Slater in 6 minutes 15 seconds following a top rope splash. Okay, I lost my spot. My daughter's interference. It was a fast-paced match. John Cena. Okay. John Cena defeated Alberto Del Rio, but he unwrapped it and found a pie. I missed what? John Cena defeated Alberto Del Rio with Ricardo Rodriguez in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. 12 minutes 30 seconds. There were Christmas trees and presents around the ring. It was like a WCW Uncensored. Del Rio grabbed a mic and said what happened to Santa was an accident and he wasn't trying to hurt him. Del Rio unwrapped a present at ringside and found a chair, which he struck Del Rio with. Ricardo slipped a present to Del Rio, but he unwrapped it and found a pie. He tried to use it, but Cena ducked. They followed up the ramp, and Cena unwrapped a monitor, which he had struck Del Rio with it. Del Rio opened up another gift and found a teddy bear. Vince McMahon had to be cracking up somewhere. Cena hits Ricardo with a reef and a box. Cena struck Del Rio with a tree. He unwrapped a bowling ball and rolled it into Del Rio's yam bag. He screwed up his first bowl, so he did a retake. Cena opened up another gift and found a fire extinguisher, which he sprayed at Del Rio. Santa/Mick Foley came out and hit Ricardo with a sack of toys. Cena hit the Attitude Adjustment on Del Rio and got the win. Santa gave Del Rio and Ricardo gifts despite what happened to him. Cena said it's a Christmas miracle and it's about forgiveness. Cena thanked the fans and the crew. He and Foley wished everyone a Merry Christmas. They handed out gifts to the fans to close out the show. And that ends my report for Raw and SmackDown from this week. Thanks and peace out.